All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, I enjoy doing videos like this because people overlook stories like this, and I enjoy doing them for the culture, all right? So Kanye West has posted every text message he's gotten in the last few days, it feels like. So we're going to go on a deep dive here. Kanye West got a message from anonymous named Steve, right? So we don't know exactly who Steve is, but if you look at the initials on it, how the way iPhone does it, it abbreviates people contacts, and it says SS. So I'm going to assume, again, I can't 100% confirm this, I'm going to assume that the text message that he got was from Steve Stoute, a longtime friend of Kanye West's, does a lot of business with Kanye West still to this day. I'm like 98% sure this was Steve Stoute, and knowing how Steve Stoute talks, watching a couple interviews of his, I'm pretty sure it's Steve Stoute, all right? It sounds like something Steve Stoute would say, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. So let's put Steve Stoute on the screen, and he was trying to actually take up for Kanye West in his stance. He said, look, Abe Lincoln freed and protected the slaves, and he was Republicans. Republicans were the ones who helped black people. Democrats protected the rights of the slave owners in the South. Those are facts. Ye said, I'm going to tweet this, and Ye did tweet it out. But there were people who are friends of Kanye West who didn't like how Steve Stoute tried to kind of play Ye, because Ye is not, he doesn't do a lot of reading or fact checking on stuff that he posts on his socials, or just in general. He said, I don't read a lot. So John Legend and Charlemagne texted Ye as well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of others did, but he posted the messages that they texted him, and this is what they told Kanye about what we're going to assume Steve Stoute said and texted to Ye about Republicans being the good ones, right? John Legend said Abraham Lincoln was indeed a Republican. They love bringing up to deflect from the fact that now the Republicans have become the party of the Confederacy. They defend the Confederate flag and oppose civil rights advances almost uniformly. When Lyndon Johnson, a Democrat, signed the Voting Rights Act and Civil Rights Act into law, he acknowledged that the Democrats would probably lose the South for a generation, and eventually he was right. White Southerners eventually left the Democratic Party because it became known as the party that fought more for equal rights for people of color. I know you don't read a lot about politics or political history, and the person whose text you just posted probably knows that too. That's why they told you to post that silly tweet about the old Republican and Democratic parties. What they failed to mention is that the party of Lincoln has transformed into the party of Confederacy. You can tweet this too, not trying to manipulate your free thought, just trying to inform it. Then Charlemagne doubled down on some of the stuff that John Legend sent Kanye. Charlemagne texted Ye and said, whoever sent you this is leading you wrong by giving you half-truths, because the Civil Rights Acts of 1964 was put into legislation by a Democratic president. So to say Republicans help black people but imply Democrats never have is stupid. You gotta fact check this stuff before you put it into the world. Your platform is too big. I do like how black brothers are able to hold other black brothers accountable, and that's what Charlemagne and John Legend did. Again, a lot of this stuff is subjective. A lot of the facts from stuff that happened in the 60s and hell, even the 70s and 50s as well, is a lot of it is still in the air because of information that we might have had or maybe didn't have, right, from a correct information standpoint. But I do like that black brothers were able to hit up their other black brother and check him and be like, yo, somebody's telling you half-truths, and that somebody we assume is that of Kanye West's longtime friend Steve Stoute. I thought this would be dope to share with you guys. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Charlemagne the God and John Legend kind of called Kanye West out on posting half-truths that he was given by a Steve Stoute. Thank y'all for the time and support. Don't take it for granted. Salute.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.